Big Sam presents Raw.
I make this for you.
It's Big Sam presents
I make this for you.
It's Big Sam presents Raw.
I make this for you.
It's Big Sam presents Raw.
I make this for you.
It's Big Sam presents Raw.
I make this for you.
Big Sam presents Raw.
I make this for you.
Big Sam presents Raw.
I make this for you.
Big Sam presents Raw.
I make this for you.
Big Sam presents Raw.
I make this for you.
It's Big Sam presents Raw.
I make this for you.
I've been on the road, I've been trying to hustle even though I'm feeling low. Everybody talking about you never gonna blow. How the hell you even trying? I just had to let them know. I'd rather be the N-I-G-G-A. Pull up on these niggas, let them know I'm here to stay. Watch you while I rise and make you feel some type of way. They just mad that I'm the N-I-G-G-A. I'd rather be the N-I-G-G-A. Pull up on these niggas, let them know I'm here to stay. Watch you while I rise and make you feel some type of way. They just mad that I'm the N-I-G-G-A. All eyes on me, that's that pot shit. Thinking I done lost my touch, well motherfucker watch this. I done seen the complications, here's the diagnostics. Y'all ain't ready for the truth, they could be catastrophic. Everyone afraid of winning, comfortable in second place. They done grew content with their surroundings, then they go and hate on those who stop it, better bring them down to their reality. While go-getters be grinding and increasing all their salaries. You mad at me for speaking truth? Nigga, these the fucking facts. My era some losers, I'm just trying to make a great impact. Trying to dodge that negativity and keep my thoughts intact. Overthinking better upon my health, don't need no cardiac arrest. But I digress, man, I done had it with the stress. Gotta keep these devils off me if I'm trying to live so blessed. I want the best, but not the worst. Damn it, I define my worth. I'ma prosper even if that means I'm 6 feet in the dirt. Hey, I've been on the road, I've been trying to hustle even though I'm feeling low. Everybody talking about you never gonna blow. How the hell you even trying? I just had to let them know. I'd rather be the N-I-G-G-A. Pull up on these niggas, let them know I'm here to stay. Watch you while I rise and make you feel some type of way. They just mad that I'm the N-I-G-G-A. I'd rather be the N-I-G-G-A. Pull up on these niggas, let them know I'm here to stay. Watch you while I rise and make you feel some type of way. They just mad that I'm the N-I-G-G-A.
Will the real stand up? That's that Eminem. See me as a tourist, but I'm a permanent resident. Yelling, if you green, but I be so busy, I'm celibate. I don't waste my time, but if you're lucky, I might sell a bit. When I'm at the top of my game, I'm in my element. But I couldn't be no avatar, I make it a point to never bend. You'll need more experience to get on my level. Even if you keep the metal with, I am not one to meddle with. I don't have the time, I got me some plans tonight. Got some bars I have to write in the mastermind, I'll pass the mic. All the biggest problems in my life, those were appetizers. Nothing you could put in front of me would curve my appetite for this. You might get inspired, stick around, right? Everybody's looking for a purpose, well I found mine. Einstein says he's number one, so I guess we're about tied. Matter of fact, go ahead and give it to the outsiders, cause he and I've been on the road.
I've been trying to hustle even though I'm feeling low. Everybody talking about you never gonna blow. How the hell you even trying? I just had to let them know. I'd rather be the N-I-G-G-A. Pull up on these niggas, let them know I'm here to stay. Watch you while I rise and make you feel some type of way. They just mad that I'm the N-I-G-G-A. I'd rather be the N-I-G-G-A. Pull up on these niggas, let them know I'm here to stay. Watch you while I rise and make you feel some type of way. They just mad that I'm the N-I-G-G-A.
What up, everybody? What up, everybody? It's your guy, it's your homie, it's your pal, it's your friend, it's your enemy, it's the dude that you don't like the most. But you can't stop listening to my shit. Come on, somebody. You just heard I'd Rather Be featuring M.I-T. Einstein the Mastermind. A couple days ago, I was listening to Pandora. And this song came on, and I was like, damn, this shit go hard as hell. So I had to YouTube it so I could play it on repeat. And I looked at it, and I'm like, 36 views? No, 33 views. 33 views. How the hell this shit only got 33 views on YouTube, but it's playing on Pandora? It didn't make no sense to me. So I went on ahead and listened to it. Man, I listened to that song at least 20 times. I don't know why YouTube only giving this video low credit. Probably because of the lyrics, but then again, I don't know. But YouTube be on that bull crap. So anyway, I liked the song, so I went on ahead and screen recorded that joker so I can listen to it. The artist's name is Einstein the Mastermind. EINSTEINTHEMASTERMIND -topic. Einstein the Mastermind -topic. I'd rather be featuring MI-T. Like I said, I listened to it on YouTube. So today is Saturday, April the 11th. April 11th. Excuse me. The day before Easter. I am in the United States. It is April 11th, 2020. And I am in the state of Georgia in the midst of a quarantine. So, in the future, goddammit, when you listen to this shit, first of all, a lot of shit is going on. You hear me do all the sniffling and shit, right? So there is a virus going on called COVID-19. So if you all are experiencing COVID-37, I'm laughing because this shit is crazy. Like, all right, I'm all over the place, but that's what it is. So it's 2019. We are experiencing a global pandemic. There is a virus called COVID-19. This is the 19th version of this particular virus, the COVID virus, that is circulating or, out in the world. This particular virus doesn't have a cure. What else? Nobody knows how to properly. I don't know, man. It's a lot of unknown things about this particular virus. Like, there's a term going around, asymptomatic. I personally don't know what that means. But they're saying if you're asymptomatic or asystematic or some shit, you could be carrying the virus and not be. And it's like the virus is dormant or some shit. I don't know. It's weird as hell. But it's gotten to the point where the governments around the globe, country leaders, all the way down. Well, in the United States, we have a country. Then we got states. Then we got counties, cities, or townships and shit like that. So it's broken down into all these many sections or whatnot, but the leaders of countries are shutting down countries, closing businesses, telling people that they can't go to work. They got to stay in the house, and using a term called social distancing. Social distancing. Again, this is the year 2020, April 11th, 2020, day before Easter. We have been told to social distance for over a month now. And it's gotten to the point that at the beginning of this month of April, we have been told to quarantine. Now, this shit started, I first heard about it in China. I want to believe that there were reports of this crap back in November of 2019. That this virus had broke out in China. But I can't confirm or deny it. It's just my memory in the midst of my memories. But anywho, so you in the future, whatever version of COVID y'all working on or dealing with, and if y'all doing research on how we dealt with it back in our time, that research, whatever the government is telling you, you got to dig so much deeper. Please try to find citizens, which is going to be hard to do. Try to find citizen accounts, like people's accounts. We're in a time of social media where there's a lot of shit going on social media. However, social media is controlled. The major social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Zoom, I can't remember the other one, Skype. All of those major, Holanis, VK, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, all those major social media platforms are all owned, operated, started, and controlled and heavily invested by Caucasians and Europeans and Asians, not people of color. So they control what kind of content is put on those platforms, to the extent that right now, in the midst of this COVID-19 pandemic, YouTube, which is another major platform that does videos, that allows people to share videos and go live, meaning you can play a video and people all around the world can watch you wherever they are at via their phone, a tablet, a computer, TV, whatever, any video device. They'll be able to connect with you any parts of the world. Again, in the year is 2020, so whatever year that y'all facing this shit, y'all motherfuckers probably morphing into places and shit, or living on Mars or some bull crap. I don't know, man. But shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. Man, this shit crazy. The government telling us to stay indoors. YouTube is blocking videos that talk about 5G technology as it relates to the coronavirus. They're saying they're taking it down because they don't want the spread of conspiracy theories and false reports. However, you could put fake news about Jesus Christ on YouTube and they ain't blocking that shit. You could put fake news about the Easter Bunny and they ain't blocking that shit. Christmas. But they want to cover up what they call the conspiracy theory of 5G. So there's people that think 5G is causing people to get sick. And during this quarantine, the government is placing more 5G towers, which will cause radiation and make us even more sick. And then there's this extremely wealthy dude by the name of Elon Musk, who is heavily invested in 5G and world control and all kind of shit. And the more powerful he gets, the more he does the shit he needs. He gets what he wants. You know, he's got people believing in him and his ideas. He's digging tunnels, flying to Mars, so they say. I don't know about space. I used to believe in space, but now I don't know. I don't know about none of this shit. Everything that we live in, this whole world, this pandemic, all this shit, I don't know what the fuck to believe. I don't know what is real. I know this much. I don't control myself. I don't control my life. I don't have no control over it. Or the control that I have is so minute. It's so hard to enjoy. And it's now become hard to enjoy. I ain't committed no crime, but I'm in prison. And the prison is my home. Like I'm being told, I am being told by the government, whatever the fuck that is, whoever that is, that I can't leave the house. Excuse me. Those terms aren't extremely accurate. But there are people getting arrested across this nation for being outdoors. People of color, black folks, melanated people. Now, whatever year that y'all listen to this, 2095, 3066, whatever the fuck ever, I don't know. I know this much, God damn it. Historically, at the beginning of every millennium and at the beginning of every century, there is some kind of pandemic that wipes out a massive amount of people of color across the globe. And who always survives every fucking pandemic? Caucasians, white folk. That's just from the information I've been able to obtain. I don't know who the fuck controls this shit. What controls this shit? What created this shit? How any of this shit was created or made? I know this goddamn much. I'm 37 years old, shawty. I think I am. I might be 39. I be forgetting. I've had a lot of shit happen in my life. But my whole goddamn life, I've been told to read a fucking holy Bible. And in that Bible, a damn Jesus was going to come back and save me. Now, this same fucking Jesus, right, is the same goddamn Jesus that white folks pray to and is they Lord and Savior. And it's the same fucking Jesus that protects them crackers from every fucking thing in the world. And it's the same Jesus that in this Bible tells black people to be servants to these white folks. It's the same fucking Jesus no matter how many times I call that motherfucker. I ain't never met the bitch ever. The bitch ain't never showed up and saved my life from nothing. Never met the motherfucker. Now, I grew up believing Jesus was my savior. Man, I used to cry and pull my heart out and speak tongues and all kind of shit. Everything I learned in church, I learned it, mimicked it, and replicated that shit. And I was good at it. Very good at it. But the fact of the matter is, I ain't trying to convince no motherfucking body. I personally ain't never met no goddamn Jesus. And whatever year y'all living in, I don't know what kind of spin-off shit going on. But if there's a concept of a savior that came and saved the world, it's bullshit. Ain't no one man came and saved no fucking world. We is all human beings. Anybody that walked this fucking earth is a fucking human being just like you. And bitch can't control when that motherfucker live or die. That human didn't create itself, and that human, the only control that human has on if it lives or die is if it kills itself. And even in that, it can have a mistake and just fuck theyself up. So the concept of a God, of a being as a God, is false. There is no proof. You yourself will never, ever, ever find evidence, physical, tangible evidence of a God walking on this planet or whatever the fuck this shit is. Earth, or I don't know. But yeah, this coronavirus is fucking up people. So over centuries of years and years and years, black people have okay, so they came into America. This is just one perspective of a quick, short version of black history. Black folks came to America on some ships in a system called slavery, where they was chained, mentally broken down to believe that they were beneath a human. They were just animals, and they had to be told what to do and do everything that was told of them by people with not melanin in them, white folks, white-skinned folks. They were not educated. They were not invested in their livelihood. They were tortured and treated like shit for years. And then as time progressed, society progressed, it was said that the United States economy was suffering because slavery and the economic impact slavery was having on the global economy. And it would have been better if slaves would be freed or some shit. I don't know. It's so many different versions of this bullshit, but one consistent thing that always remained, black people in America has always been looked as beneath human beings. There was even laws stating that black people were considered property, just like if you had a book or a car or you owned a fork, or let's say you owned a piece of paper. Black people was in the same category as a piece of paper. They were sold in public auctions for pennies on the dollar. Black people were sold for $2, for 50 cents. Sold. Human beings were sold to each other and used as slaves, as servants. You in the future, y'all might have robots that do shit for you, but human beings used to be what y'all robots used to be human beings. Slave owners would take mother and son and make the son fuck the mother while the father watched. They tortured. Slave owners would rape the black fathers in front of the whole family. Would rape, stick their dick in the black father's asshole, force themselves, and rape the black man, cut his dick off in front of the family. So the stories have been sold. It's the kind of bullshit that was going on. And in the midst of that, even though the black peoples was working in the farms, harvesting crops and shit, all the good food went to the slave owners, to the masters. They sold it or had feast or whatever. And whatever was left over was given to the slaves. After slavery was ended, black folks were set free, given no land, no money, no education, told to fend for yourself. But then, after slavery, came another era called Jim Crow. It was laws put into place. It was against the law for a black person to read. And it was against the law for a black person to vote for rights. And then there was a time where it was a massive organization called the Ku Klux Klan used to walk around in white sheets, covering their face, burning black communities, setting them on fire, burning down churches, houses, killing black people, hanging them from trees, bridges, dragging them on cars, pulling them by horses, tormenting them, raping them. I mean, just vicious shit. Doing this shit at nighttime, covering their face with sheets. During the daytime, they were mayors, governors, police chiefs, doctors, dentists, news anchors, guidance counselors, everyday people you interact with. Smile in your face later on that night, put that sheet on and come torture your whole fucking family. But then that lasted for several years, but then finally that shit got defeated in a sense where they couldn't wear masks anymore, but they still are all throughout government. Now their children have a sense of heritage and pride to continue their legacy, the legacy of their parents. And we're living in a time where during a pandemic and a quarantine and an economic failure and economic collapse, we got this thing, the 45th president of the United States, historically known racist, leader of MAGA, Make America Great Again, a conservative, so-called conservative A conservative is a person that conserves, that saves, that preserves, that protects what they have built and what is theirs. White supremacy. Conservatives are the new Klan, basically, or the modern day Klan for 2020. They're conserving all the shit they built. This dude he's made billions of dollars by pimping the bankruptcy and tax system of the United States. There was a time in New York where some white bitch claimed she was raped and beat, and the news wanted a story, so they made up and accused 5 innocent black men of raping this white bitch. And they sent them black men to jail. I think it was 5 black men. When They See Us is the name of a Netflix that was done on it, documentary done on it. And this dude, the 45th president of the United States, put out an article in a newspaper or a billboard stating that he wanted those people's those black kids put in jail, and very, very racist, bad shit. I don't have the articles in front of me to read them verbatim what exactly said. But this dude is now the president of the United States. He's got his whole family in business and to kill him. Someone keeps calling me and interrupting my podcast. And I don't know who the fuck they is because I don't know that number.